hang on to your seat, baby, cause this one's a screamer. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
What is going on, Entertainment? So time comes out with another video as we're talking Hollywood hot topics. Before I get started, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, let me know what y'all think about this video. We have a good amount to talk about, you guys. So first of all, just hit that like button. Hit that like button. Just hit that like button. Let's talk about this viral video, because I feel like it has a whole lot to do with my channel, right? Because of the term "oh my so" that was used by her. Y'all gotta make y'all kids stop watching all that TV, stop watching Zeus. No shade, they shouldn't even be watching my channel, although a lot of them do. Hi, kids. Okay, because you end up with certain situations where kids end up having terminology that they shouldn't be using, mindset that they shouldn't have, in situations that they should not be in. So this little girl went viral because while she was out and about with her mama, the cops stopped her mama, freaking searched the mama because they thought that she stole a pair of glasses. Meanwhile, it was her auntie.
And she had a dogger bag. The CV gave a description of a female black with long braids with the white shirt.
This is how you know some cops are ignorant. If that's the description that they're reading out for who stole the glasses, how does she match the description? I'm hoping it's not, and I hope they were just that feedback was about another case, because clearly I don't see long braids on her. But, you know, yeah.
What classes did I steal from Montclair?
Mommy, I know who it was.
What classes did I steal? Thank you.
Stop recording it now. You should not be recording it without our permission.
For my safety. Thank you.
My aunt stole glasses. It wasn't her. Do she have a fucking white t-shirt on? No. My phone. Leave my mother alone.
I don't have nothing though. This is crazy.
Oh my grandfather. You don't have nothing. I'm gonna kill something. Please. No.
A lot of people found this funny, but I found it extremely traumatizing. Obviously, this little girl's been through some stuff. I've seen some stuff. I've heard some stuff too. It was just what she said on my soul. I'm just like, ugh. Because it's like, I doubt she just learned that just from growing up. I know Not STV did not invent the term on my soul, but clearly the girlies are in New York. People in New York say it too, but it's, in my opinion, more of a LA sort of term. So this is what happens when just life and just TV and stuff just influences young kids like this, because she's literally talking like a 25-year-old girl, and the girl ain't no older than 12. So it's really sad to have seen this video. And it's the snitching on the auntie. Like, that was crazy. She said it wasn't my mama. It was my aunt. I know her aunt said somewhere putting a curse on her, because why would you just snitch on the auntie like that? You could have just defended your mama without putting your auntie into it. And now your auntie got a warrant out for her arrest. Stealing from Montclair, okay? Nicki Minaj say one word in her raps, and y'all go crazy. Gonna copy "I'm aware Montclair." And y'all say, well, I gotta get some Montclair. Like, stop. Okay? Now, apparently they started raising a GoFundMe for this girl. Here's the thing. There's certain situations where a GoFundMe isn't needed. This girl needs therapy, not a GoFundMe. BetterHelp is what they need to refer her to. Not GoFundMe. Okay? They say aunt of little girl crying at New York City officers for arresting her mom admits to stealing item from store on accident. Says her niece is very traumatized from things she's seen in life. No duh. How do you steal something on accident? And her ass, you just further contributed to the trauma, because they framed your mama because they was out and about with you. So a Montclair glasses just fell in your purse. You just bumped into it and they said, It just landed in your purse. Okay? It said neighbors, social users are all wondering what led up to the now viral arrest of the NYC mother, which caused her daughter to have an emotional confrontation with the police. In the video, the little girl could be heard screaming at police officers that her mom didn't steal anything. And that it was her aunt who took some from the store. Well, we spoke exclusively with the aunt who admitted to leaving the store with some sunglasses, but says it was an accident. Soon as we're in the store, we were immediately followed, said the aunt, who goes by the name, not they gave the government, by the name Hydia Bragg. I'm laughing at the name. Let me tell you why I'm laughing at the name. I'm laughing at the name because I had a driver. Once upon a time I was at Domino's, and the bitch name was Hydia, and she was a ghetto girl. Let me find out it's the same Hydia and she moved. I gotta get on top of that. Hydia Bragg. She says while trying on sunglasses with her niece, she overheard her sister, who was shopping for a graduation gift, argue with security. We rushed out the store. I still had the sunglasses on my head without knowing. Hydia says the trio walked into a nearby store when officers came storming in. They initially said they were looking for a man, so Hydia exited the store for a smoke break, with the glasses still on top of her head, wearing Montclair. She says when her sister and niece exited the store, cops began questioning them, leading to the viral video of the little girl cussing them out. Hydia says she explained to officers what happened and gave them the glasses back. She says the officers were shown surveillance video that matched her story, but they were still under arrest. As for the niece, Hydia says she's very traumatized and has witnessed a lot in life. The family has started a GoFundMe and plans to take legal actions against the officers. Thoughts? Here's the thing. Y'all got to stop supporting brands that don't support us. Okay? Because that's what happens. You get put into situations like this. You want to shop and, do all of this stunting for gram in the socials for brands that don't even want us in their stores because they think we're going to steal. Now you done traumatize this girl even more. Instead of putting all that money towards that Montclair, could have been putting it through that little girl through therapy for all the stuff that she's been through in life. But us Black people don't believe in that because y'all just think that, you just don't talk about it, it all goes away. Or you pray about it, but you put no action behind it and it all goes away. And that's not the case. Which I do believe in prayer, but it's like you got to do stuff too. You can't just pray and just, sit there. You got to put some action behind it too. A lot of y'all be missing that part, but that's besides the point. I feel bad for the little girl. She knows who Kashmir is. Sad because the way she said it with all her might, she knows exactly who Kashmir is. And the fact that she was cussing up a storm like that, I'm afraid for her when she does grow up because you could tell she does have a lot of anger up inside of her because from what we've seen in that video, the cops weren't hurting the lady. So it was kind of sad that she got to that level of anger, but she defended her mama. Can you really be mad at her for defending her mama? No. It's just the way she did it that's scary. Okay? But I don't think she needs a GoFundMe. It's just certain things you don't need a GoFundMe for that. Like, why? You know what that little girl sounded like? You know the song on Kanye West's song that says, "Pray for Paris, pray for God. Pray for Paris, pray for God." And then you hear the little girl say, "No, fucking house. God, everybody praise the Lord." Like she sounded a little bit like that. I go lie. That'll be a cute ass soundbite on the song. Just a little side note. Anyways, let's talk Erica Banks and the new BBL. Okay, shout out to Antoine. I call him friends of the show. We Instagram friends. So shout out to him. He's been really doing his big one with Neighborhood Talk. So that is amazing. So props up and flowers out to Betty Boy because he's really been doing his big one with Neighborhood Talk with the weekly recaps, etc. So make sure I go over there and follow the kid. Okay. Anyways, he sat down with Erica Banks where she threw some shade. I'm sorry. Like, Erica, please. Erica, please. My whole thing is, why do you keep digging on somebody who has yet to really give you a response? You're looking obsessive at this point. So there's this whole thing about the freestyles, which Megan Thee Stallion does all freestyles, but at the end of the day, she could do freestyles if she feels the need to do so. Okay? So there was a question posed in this interview that he had.
Erica Banks, and I'm in the neighborhood with the neighborhood talk.
You are known as the Flow Queen. You put out a freestyle to Gucci Mane's I Think I Love Her, and Megan Thee Stallion put out a freestyle to the same song. Now, I saw that you pinned a comment on one of your posts saying that you want to go freestyle with her. Would you really be open to doing that? And how do you feel about Megan Thee Stallion doing, freestyles on the same beat as you?
I mean, everybody can do, freestyles on whatever beat they choose, but it's the big difference between me and you.
Period. Okay.
And then you quote the Nicki line. How corny. Like, I'm sorry. That's like extra level corn. All you needed was the cob. Like, oh. And it's the fact that Nicki barely even acknowledges this girl after the whole blocking situation. So it's kind of giving dick eatery. Okay? She's at an eatery. It's a buffet, and you're just eating up.
Okay, and speaking of Nicki Minaj, we recently saw you at the Pink Friday 2 World Tour. I saw you there personally, actually. Yeah, I was there as well. Yeah, I saw you. The neighbors are saying that Nicki Minaj blocked you. Like, what's going on with that? Did she really block you? Have you talked to her? Like, do you know anything about that or no?
We all know about this situation. Yes, back on Instagram like 2 years ago, when I did the Everybody Freestyle.
Guess what? Do you know anything about that? Yeah, all millions of us know, Antoine. Now that's funny. That's funny. Do you know anything about that?
She didn't like it on Twitter. And everybody's like, oh my God, like she liked it on Twitter like me. I'm like, oh my God. Either way, I love Nicki Minaj, so period. Hey, what's up? It's your girl Erica.
I can't tell him I love him. He know I'm on P shit.
Okay, and later on, she performed at a music festival where her debut cakes were in full display. Because we're gonna go back to the whole Megan Thee Stallion thing. This is what you need to be worried about, Erica, because they botched that second BBL. The first one was amazing. The second one, it's like buttery biscuits, just out the can, busted. Okay, bless it, baby. Like, I don't like the second BBL. I just feel like it's a little bit too much for her frame, and she's already a smaller girl, so it just makes it look abnormal. And Erica's not an ugly girl at all, so it wasn't needed. It pisses me off when girls do that, because it's like, you don't need it, so why you do it? You feel me? Like, damn. Oh, anyways, the whole Megan situation, I just feel like she'll never let that sort of rivalry go, because I think in Erica's mind, she feels as if she should have been the Megan Thee Stallion. She should have been the Houston Hottie. And Megan came through and took that spot. So she, in my opinion, wanted that Houston Hottie spot and didn't get it. And it had to go to Love and Hip Hop, etc. So that's where I think a lot of the bitterness comes from. But I like what Megan's doing is just not replying, because it's like, well, I'm going to reply to you for. I don't owe you anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never borrowed money from you. Like, what do I have to say? You know what I'm saying? Like, her replying would kind of be dumb, in my opinion. Speaking of female rappers, JT and Doechii, you guys are dropping another video for Alter Ego. Alter Ego! This song is so slept on. It's like ridiculous. It kind of pisses me off how slept on this song really is. Them releasing a second video, a little bit is giving that the song didn't do as well as they expected it to, so they're trying to outsource and promo it out more. Because I've even at one point seen JT tweet, Juvies, make sure you guys shout out this song and video. This is one of my favorite song and videos. Please, 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 please. So that's what's giving a little bit to me, but I agree with her. This to me is one of JT's best verses, one of Doechii's best songs. The song to me has layers. It has pop, hip hop, alt, etc. It's just sad that to me it's not as a big of a hot commodity as it should be, because it really should be. The visuals though that they're putting out to me looks better even than the original. It looks like Doechii's sort of like a scientist, and she's making all these alter egos of her and JT together in these little, it looks like farm environments, grass environments, and I like it. Okay, it's creative. Y'all know I live for a concept, and when the girlies actually put in the creative work instead of just sitting there in the middle of a club and a bodega shaking their Big Debbie cakes. Sorry, Ice Spice. Another day, another Diddy. We got another Diddy news, you guys. The feds claim that they have footage of a male worker, you know, I guess popping his Big Debbie cakes for Diddy and popping that pussy open, okay? Because y'all know Diddy loves him some pussy, right? I just want to know who the male is. I really want to see him. I have a bad feeling that it's going to be a guy that looks like the same guy that Dwight Howard was messing with. He's going to have a wig. I just know he's going to have a wig. Like, something just tell me he's going to have a wig. I just can't see it just being some big bearded dude with a six-pack. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's going to have a little film to him. You know what I mean? He going to have some eyelashes. Like, he probably do a little drag on the side. Like, it's just like, that's what I envision him being into. Y'all know it's serious with CNN covering it, because what the hell business they got covering that? Y'all should be covering the war on Palestine and damn Israel.
Great reporting on this. So, what are you learning about the evidence that investigators could be reviewing here?
So, as I mentioned, those federal raids that were conducted on his homes back in March, obviously a lot of people wondering what was seized. Well, we are learning now that federal investigators are in possession of video footage that was taken inside of Combs's residence. We hear that these investigators have been contacting individuals that they have seen on this footage. One person, in addition to the accusers who have filed these civil suits, is a male sex worker. That is what a source tells me, and that they have been brought in for questioning through these federal investigators. Now, when the raids first happened, we had a law enforcement source tell us at CNN that the investigation was largely based in sex trafficking, which is what HSI specializes in.
I feel like when this guy does come out, I don't think he's going to get as much support as maybe a girl coming out on this. At the end of the day, though, if we really want to be technical, if you're a worker, what are you suing for? Because you work to provide the cakes. So it's kind of like, what did he do? You see what I'm saying? Like, in my opinion, this person in the footage, not that they're suing or anything, I don't feel like you can put certain things, on him if that's your body of work, unless it's unwanted assault and unwarranted assault, and unless it wasn't agreed upon, then you have a case. But claiming that he felt victimized is like, you're an SEX worker. You shouldn't feel victimized, don't get me wrong. But I really feel like certain cases are becoming money grabs. Just a little bit. Okay? Just a little bit.
What are you learning about the...
According to exclusive report by CNN, Fed said they contacted people who found on the tapes to bring in as potential witnesses in the case. One of their people is a male SEX worker who claims he was victimized. Per the report, this individual was seen in footage that is in possession of the federal investigators. This isn't shocking considering some of his accusers claim that Diddy recorded all their encounters without their permission. Now, that's the part I feel like is completely wrong for somebody without their permission. Like the little girl said, don't record without her permission. Okay, so that I think is 100% wrong. Everything else is kind of like the line of job that you're in. Certain things come with the territory. Do I think it's right? Hell no. And do I think he should be up under the jail? Hell yes, especially after that video that was released with Cassie. Like, it's sick, it's nasty. This trial is going to be one of the most iconic trials, I think, in history. I think it's going to be controversy. I think it's going to top OJ's because of all of the things that are going to come out due to it and the people that are going to be speaking out. I think there's going to be movies and docuseries just made, one after another because of it. And because of all the details that come out day after day after day, and him feeling victimized, I wonder, hopefully when he does, try to get some legal action done, because apparently him saying that he's victimized, you already know what's coming after that, a lawsuit. I just hope he's specific into what he did to him, because if it was SA and unwarranted SA, he does deserve some sort of justice. But if it's anything else, it's sort of like you're an SEX worker. You get what I'm saying? Anyways, y'all, Cynthia sat with Peter with a bob. Cynthia looked like a box perm, okay? Cynthia's giving box perm realness. I just want her to do like this in the commercial, and it'd be like, my hair is extensuous. My hair is soft and luxurious. She just looks like a got-to-be commercial. Dark and lovely, okay? So she did Peter's podcast, and in my opinion, Peter lost and fumbled the best thing, which was Cynthia. The lady was loyal. She was submissive until she got tired of his shit and he couldn't pay his bills. Okay? She listened up until he couldn't pay his bills. And she was riding for him even when he was messy and being a housewife. Okay? So it's just sad that Peter fumbles Cynthia. And you could even see from this video that they still have some emotions for each other.
I just want to
Well, Peter at least does.
say and give Peter Thomas his flowers. He is the reason why I even did an interview. I think the first time I hung out with you, you took me to meet your dad.
Yeah, in the barbershop.
Like we weren't even like dating yet.
Yeah,
It was
but-
like he
but
picked
I-
up, was like you just
Yeah,
took
but
me to
I
meet your
knew.
dad.
Yeah, but I knew I don't do that.
I want to say this to you. Although, we haven't been together in years, whatever.
One thing about Cynthia, she gonna say whatever. Y'all remember how she be like, when she was arguing with Nene, she like, man, you sit there saying all that, whatever.
Connecting with you, dating you, being with you, 1000% changed the whole. Like I was like, going. I knew exactly where my little life was going. I was like, okay, I'm on a model, and then I'll probably meet somebody in New York, and probably get married, have some kids, whatever. I was just going on my little safe, conservative Cynthia Bailey stroll, the way my life was set up. Making sure I was not only early for my jobs, but 15 minutes early. I was always
on time.
Always on time, like crazy work ethic. Never had a job that I wasn't able to rebook because I always made sure I showed up and showed out. But I will say, you coming into my life changed my whole world. I just want to publicly.
Good and bad. Let's be honest, Cynthia. Okay, that nigga gave you a lot of trust issues, and gave you a little bit of neglect towards niggas. But I think she is right for giving him that credit, because I think Peter saw the star in Cynthia, and that's why he sort of pushed her to go for Atlanta Housewives, which is really, really good for her, because now it didn't change her whole life. And in my opinion, Cynthia is really loved. I know not everybody likes her, but the majority likes Cynthia because she knows how to play her role. She doesn't try to be somebody else that she's not. And that's what I like about Cynthia. Plus, for her age, I pray to look this well, because it's like Cynthia looks amazing. Peter fumbled her, and that's just the bottom line. Let's talk more housewife stuff. We have a new Peter, and his name is Simon Guabadia. Okay? Now, they've been throwing shots at each other for weeks straight, because y'all know Atlanta House is filming, and we already could expect a scene where Porsha be like, I'm so sick and tired of him. He's talking so much shit about me online. Ken, y'all don't know what to do. And Ken gonna be like, oh my God, Porsha. And then gonna be rubbing her back like, that's what your bitch ass get. You know what I'm saying? Like, I already could picture the scenes. I will be recapping this season, by the way. So Porsha threw some shots at Simon after he made a point to say, I'm gonna need people who think there are 265 days in a year to stay out of understanding complex U.S. immigration laws. above your mediocre mind. Of course, what am I thinking? Only a housewife trying to put a check of a real housewife. Porsha said, happy Wednesday. If a person concealed criminal past and provided fake identification for a green card, is it still a valid green card in the U.S.? Hashtag inquiring minds. From somebody who used to use a green card, I'm going to break it down to y'all. And from somebody who not a green card no more and is a U.S. citizen, I'm going to really break it down to y'all. And from somebody who's experiencing family problems that deals with her, I'm going to break it down to y'all. Okay, so boom. A couple of things. First of all, getting married just to get a green card, and you guys do not have a history of dating or being together or sharing some form of account, whether it be financial, personal, etc. You can get in trouble if it's found out that you got married just for that card and you quickly divorce or you quickly break up with that person just so you had to get the card to stay in the U.S. You will get in trouble, and that person will get in trouble too. I know of not a family member, but distant family afar that got in trouble for doing that. So yes, that is true, Porsha. Now, in regards to the hiding criminal past, the U.S. is going to find out about your criminal past. Hence why Simon is having a couple of issues in regards to the whole immigration thing. And that's why it's such a sensitive topic, because the U.S. is very well and aware of that. You can't conceal stuff like that. They're going to find out. That's why when you apply, like I did for a green card at one point, Bookie Bat, before I became a citizen, they take a long time to, accept it. The paperwork takes a long time to file. The paperwork to even send it off, you have to pay a heavy fee. It's not an easy process. And even applying for citizenship after the green card is even more of a rigorous process. So this is what I'm talking about when Simon's trying to act like Porsha's an idiot when she's kind of telling half of the truth. It's just the concealing criminal past situation she's kind of wrong on. Okay? But if he was able to finagle that, let's say when the U.S. wasn't so keen on immigration and got away with it, if you snitch, meaning calling the U.S., I think it's called U.S. I ain't had to deal with them in a minute, child, so I don't know the USCIS, okay? USCIS and say, and you snitch, you might, make some things happen. And you might get this man stop stressing you out. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not suggesting it, but I'm just saying, okay? That's all. At the end of the day, I just feel like Simon needs to get a peach. His tagline going to be, I'm from the hot parts of Africa. Everything are not peaches and cream, okay? That's going to be his intro tagline, all right? Because the way you be going back and forth with her. Now, what I do agree with Simon on, Porsha needs to get out that house. Unpopular opinion. I don't care. I just feel like Porsha knew what she was doing getting with that man. She wanted something comfortable, and it earned out being something real stop. But at the end of the day, it's his home. They haven't been together that long. They don't have any children together. At the end of the day, that's his house. But when it comes to marriage and paperwork, you can't just say, oh, that's my house. Because then it gets fishy when paperwork gets involved. You should have did you like that lady on Atlanta Housewives. That was common law. Y'all remember when Porsha Kenya said, they're common law marriage. You should have had you a good old common law marriage, and you wouldn't have had all these problems. Because then common law turns real quick into girlfriend when you're not feeling them. Okay? That would have been the easier route to go down. So that's where Simon made the big error. Okay? I'm excited to see the season or to see how this plays out. So Alexander Wayne, you guys, promoted his new bag with celebrity lookalikes. They have Beyonce, they have Taylor, they have Ariana Grande, they have Kylie Jenner. Now, does he not know that he might get a fat lawsuit from Kris Jenner? Because Kris don't play that shit. Taylor might let you slide, and Ariana might be somewhere singing her throat out and might not notice. But Kylie's gonna notice. And her mama really gonna be mad. Because they don't play with the likeness of it all. How could this designer get away with this type of stuff? Like, this to me was so creepy. And the Ariana lookalike, the bitch looks like, oh my God, sorry. The Ariana lookalike looks like somebody pulled that bitch skin back with tape. And she got a mask on underneath it. Literally. And Beyonce, why didn't y'all use Riley? There is a T-girl by the name of Riley. She's very, very pretty. She's like best friends with this YouTuber. I don't know if you guys know. I forget his name. But anyways, she's also really close to Monique. Her name is Riley. She looks just like Beyonce. Why didn't y'all get her instead of this scary looking woman? Like, every one of them just look crazy. Kylie looks like she got bit by a pack of bees. Facial, I just don't think this is okay. I would sue if I was one of them. I'm sorry. Like, you're not going to play with me, especially if you get my permission. You're going to get some ugly person who looks like me and think you're going to sell your bag. I don't care how popular and big you are. No, I work for my name, and you're not going to eat off of me. I hate when people eat off of people like without permission. Y'all get what I'm saying? Like, y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyway. Now, this lady who worked for Diddy basically talked about how she had an internship and didn't experience any abuse. She said, but that's my story, and we don't get blinded by biases or fandom and let victims share their story. My first hip-hop internship was at Bad Boy Records. I briefly worked in Diddy's office when he dated Cassie. It was my dream job. I never saw or experienced abuse. But that's my story. It's important we don't get blinded by biases or fandom and let these victims share their stories. This tweet was unnecessary. Why did you have to say that? You didn't have to say that. Like, nobody really asked. I know some people were saying that she was being pressured into speaking badly about him, but you could have not spoke at all. Because you speaking up and saying, I didn't see anything, is low-key slightly negating everything she went through when we just saw footage of him slapping her up. That's all. Let me know what y'all think down below about some of these topics. Be cute or else get blocked and on me. Okay, leave your comments down below. We're all baby.
No personal thing.